And with my recent growth and stuff like that, which has been absolutely amazing to experience, a lot of my friends I guess my work ethic exposes their lack of one, and in many different, and in loads of other things. And I've really sort of had to draw a line with, this isn't like just a little thing that I'm trying to do anymore. This is what I want, this is my career, this is what I've always wanted to do.
Cause you got issues and I do too. I can't fix you, I got shit to do. Limbo, how we go from high to low.
Thank you, everybody. How are you all feeling? Excellent. I'm your host, Audrey, and welcome to our brand new series, Talk That Talk, where we discuss the themes from our favourite Prime Video shows. This series, we're discussing everything Harlem. I think I should bring the ladies out. What do you guys think? Yeah! All right, let's make some noise for Wumi Bello! Woo! Kaz! Miss Banks? And Queen Mojo. Are we ready to twerk?
That's right, talk to me, mommy.
Right, we're ready to twerk. So we're going to be talking about boundaries and a general sweep. Like, what are you saying? Like, do we know our boundaries?
They're hard to learn, but important to have. I think I'm on my way there. Relationships, I'm good at that. Friendships is where I've actually struggled more so than anything else.
Yeah. When it comes to friendships, boundaries, oh my God, God said this is your year to learn.
Mine are awful. I always say it. That's one of my biggest weaknesses is setting boundaries. Yeah. But it's because I'm just like, I'm not a people pleaser, right? But I like when everyone's happy as well. Yeah. Maybe I'm a bit of a people pleaser. Just like a little bit.
Y'all know how I feel about boundaries.
Yeah, they're very important to you.
Yeah, you gotta set them, and I feel like you should never No, you shouldn't compromise. I'm not gonna lie. You shouldn't.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, we're gonna dig in a little bit deeper, but before we do that, let's check out a clip from Harlem.
You're working with Mira? She asked me to design her dress. Babe, I know how this looks, but I promise you, this is not personal. It's only business.
5 figures worth of business.
Angie.
Those lashes got me stressed out. Those lashes had to be fucking stressed.
I was gonna talk to you about it because you know how the store has been doing. And it was weird. She was there and then she said it and it was really fast and what was I supposed to do? Say no?
Yes. No is exactly what you say.
Ooh, interesting.
I think the first thing that I noticed was the very clear boundary that I think maybe Quinn might have crossed. She is going to design the wedding dress of her friend's ex. What do we think about that?
I think it depends on the conversation that was had beforehand. It depends on how the friend found out or how she navigated that conversation. If I found out accidentally as the friend.
That's what happened. Angie blurted it out.
See, that's where the problem is for me.
If she needs the money, it's business. I would be like, yeah, go for it. Take the money, girl.
Kaz?
Damn, I'm not having it.
You already said. You said no, it's a big no for you.
I understand it from the perspective of like, you know, you need the money.
But Quinn was really struggling, so she's obviously not that talented.
I do think the reason why my no is so strong is because she didn't have the conversation with a friend.
If after, like, she approached you and she was just saying, oh, do you know what, the reason I didn't say anything to you is because I was like, kind of nervous and I knew that you might say no, but I need the money right now, I hope you can understand, would you be a little bit more forgiving?
I'd forgive, but I'm not going to forget that. When I'm thinking about it, I'm like, if that's like the ex that you were like in love with, that means when I cried tears, you were there, and then now you're going to make his future girlfriend look bad on her wedding, and it's not even to sound salty, but like,
actually, I never thought about that perspective. Actually, you're gonna make someone look buff, marrying the love of my life
on their wedding day. I get that you need to make your money and whatnot, but it's a wedding dress. If you was making like a gown, I don't know, for a work gala or, but a wedding, like the love of my life that I'm still in love with, and that you're there.
So, and also when you're designing a wedding dress, you're spending a lot of time together. I mean, you're gonna be there, you're gonna be taking pictures, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, guys, look at this dress I designed, and that's gonna be in my face.
I don't know. I feel like that's where the conversation about boundaries really comes to play, because I feel like for me, whether it's my ex, whether it's my partner, it's not like my friend is like trying to sleep with a guy or she's trying to get with the guy. I would be very happy to kind of separate the two relationships as long as there's a conversation.
I'd still look at my friend, even if my friend made a wig for like my ex's friend or something like that, I'd still be like,
why do I feel more offended by a wig than a dress? I feel more offended by a wig, like, because I was thinking, you know what, she's gonna look buff regardless. You can't, but a wig, that is make or break.
She's measuring your head and all sorts of intimate.
Not even that, and she's gonna lay the lace with HD frontal.
As I'm getting older, I'm realising more and more that I'm actually a very liberal person. Like, I want people to do what they want to do. I never want to hold people back or feel restricted. Like, even in friendships, like, boundaries are very important, but I also think it's so important to let people live and do them. And I think this situation is very nuanced. It's very specific. Quinn needed the money, and I think she didn't really get the opportunity to break it. Angie went and blabbed her big mouth. She didn't really get the opportunity to say it beforehand. And I honestly think I would let my friend go and get the bag. I would say, make sure you charge her VAT, plus tax,
See, that would
plus
be my
shipping,
thing. Yeah,
plus packaging. I'll just be like, just make sure you get your money.
Get your bag.
I'm not, listen, however, I actually also understand what you ladies are saying as well, because it is the love of her life. I think sometimes it does matter, because there's certain exes, that's a no-go. So, I don't know, I think that does make it a bit difficult.
I just see PTSD. I can feel it. I'm like, nah.
So what kind of boundaries have you had to set in your friendships? Let's get personal.
So, I could go there. I had a friend. So I broke up with my ex, one of my exes, and this particular friend was still having a friendship with my ex, even though she knows my ex through me. It's quite often I meet someone in my field that's also like a bit famous. So I get if you know the person prior, but you know this person through me. And like, we're not together, you know this person's broke my heart, you've seen me cry with the person, and now we're done, you're all up in these comments trying to be...
Not the comments.
Throwing love hearts and... Wait, what? And I just feel like, what the hell, like, babe, what you doing?
So how
and
did
like,
the conversation go?
I was already annoyed about it when we were still cool, and then we had an issue where we fell out. So when we actually spoke, and I said, oh, you know, like, I didn't like the fact you was doing that. She wasn't apologetic. She wasn't. And I just find it really weird. But yeah, me and the person is not really friends like that no more. We're not tight. But like, I don't play that. And for me, if someone broke my friend's heart and I've seen my friend go through it, it's not about the person being a bad person. You done my friend dirty. I'm not gonna be doing pally with you trying to be your dog. For what? I don't care what you do. You could be the biggest rapper in the country. I don't care.
I think when we look at the hierarchy of like relationships, a lot of the time friendships is like at the bottom of the barrel. There's, you know, romantic relationships, your relationship with your, you know, children, your relationship with just everybody else, your family, etc. And the friendship tends to be at the bottom. What I've noticed is that in a lot of friendship, the one thing that we tend to lack is communication. 2021 has been so rough when it comes to friendship for me. I had like one of the biggest like friendship breakup of like someone I've been friends with for years, like best friend. That just really shifted my perspective when it comes to friendships. There was just not enough honesty there. There was like a resentment that was held on, that she like held on to for years.
Was she a hater?
I don't like people holding on to things, and that's one thing. And now the way I navigate all my friendships, any little things, I'm like, madam, come, no. Some friendships that you feel like are gonna be lifelong friendships aren't gonna last with you for that long, and that's okay.
Absolutely.
I think I've learned to pick and choose my battles when it comes to like issues in friendships, because not every issue is worth, well, it depends on what it is for me, but I just don't have the time half the time, because some things I'm like, it's not that deep, I can just get past it, but I think those boundaries that I've set, and then when it comes to just over the years, I've had the big friendship groups, and I'm such a girl's girl, so there's a lot of cattiness, a lot of snidiness sometimes, and a lot of competition. And I think I've learned how to have healthy amounts of that in friendships, because it's naturally going to happen. I'll respect you, you respect me. And what that looks like is very individual. I manage my friendships individually. So things that some of my friends might find disrespectful, I might not, but I understand that. So I try to like respect that.
I've really struggled with my friendships. I think just having had a turbulent life. I've lived here, lived there, moved around, did lots of different friendship groups. So I've accumulated a lot of just different kinds of friends along the way, and people who see me still as that old person that I used to be. And with my recent growth and stuff like that, which has been absolutely amazing to experience, a lot of my friends I guess my work ethic exposes their lack of one. and in many different, and in loads of other things. And I've really sort of had to draw a line with, this isn't like just a little thing that I'm trying to do anymore. This is what I want. This is my career. This is what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I've had to just kind of let go of those friends and not be afraid to let that happen.
This is it. Not be afraid.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I will make new friends, and furthermore, just be grateful for the ones that I've got at the moment. And I realise I kind of, just like we've chosen partners that reflect the places that we're in, I kind of chose friends that reflected the place that I was in back then too. And not being in that place anymore kind of means that if, do you know what I mean? I don't want to kick you out. I'm not kicking anyone to the curb or saying, you're done out here. No, I would never do that. But I'm going to move on, and I want you to come along on this journey with me and do what you're doing. It doesn't have to be the same thing.
Yeah.
But if you're not there, if you don't have that level of ambition, then that's kind of a boundary I have to draw.
Is ambition like one of your number one priorities when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friendships?
100%. 100%, because I dream big. I'm a Peckham girl, yes I am. But actually, before Peckham, I'm a countryside girl. I was raised in a small village in North Lincolnshire.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little fun fact.
Yes, I'm a little village girl. Emmerdale. So I dream big. I came to the big city, and now I'm doing all these big, amazing things. And ambition is what has gotten me so far. Yeah. So if I spot someone without that, I'm like, So this is it. This is your end. This is all you want.
Yeah.
It's mad. Do you think that visibility has played sort of any part in maybe breakdowns of friendships? Because obviously, when you become more visible, it's sometimes it's hard for people to adjust.
I've had to teach my friends how to deal with me, being a public figure, and sometimes I have to learn to be patient and not be angry, because they're not even a lot of them don't have friends that are like in the public eye. Yeah. So like I remember when I first started getting like out there, I used to tell my friends, like, they didn't do it on purpose, but they might tell me, someone said this about you today in the blogs, or someone posted this, and I'm like, don't come and bring me bad news. Don't come and bring me negativity. Don't tell me about what someone said about my body. Don't tell me what someone said about my attitude. Like, don't tell me anything, because at the end of the day, you think we're just having a conversation, but for me, it's unnecessary information. And I'm actively not looking. I only follow the blogs to cuss them out if they don't post the facts. So if they lie, I'm like, at the neck, but I don't really treat it like that. So I've had to teach my friends my boundaries. Like, don't come and tell me certain things. And now they kind of know, because if I want to speak about it, I will say. But like, when you got a lot of people speaking about it, it's like, I don't want to know what everyone's saying about me. It doesn't concern me. I don't even like my friends really talking about it between them about me. But I don't find it weird. I don't like. Well, I've had it, and it's like when I've said it, sometimes people make me feel like, maybe not on purpose, but it's like, oh, you're doing too much. But really and truly, if you're my friend and I'm setting a boundary and you make me feel like, oh, you make it seem like I'm making it seem like you're walking on eggshells, we shouldn't be friends. Because at the end of the day, I'm just telling you how I need to be dealt with. And if I felt like you're setting boundaries and I'm on eggshells, I'm not going to be friends with you, because we're clearly not compatible. But I'm allowed to say how I want to be dealt with. And we're not taught that enough. I think it's important.
We're going to take it to the audience. So does anybody have any comments, questions, thoughts that they want to share?
Hi, everybody. So my name is, I'm going to say Percy for now. My name is Percy. So when it comes to boundaries and setting them for like your friendships or romantic relationships, does this also link to that strong woman narrative that we have? Because I feel like when I look back to when I was married, I've been divorced now, or before the age of 30. And I feel like the reason I didn't set boundaries with him was because it was like, I'm supposed to be a strong woman. I'm supposed to just take whatever he gives to me. I'm supposed to accept, and just be okay with whatever he throws at me. But now when I started to develop and understand myself, I was able to set those boundaries and actually be like, I'm going to look for a man that can make love to my mind first before he even has my body. Being able to set those boundaries was because I was sort of like moving away from that narrative of the strong black woman. So what do you guys think on that perspective, on that narrative? Are we not setting boundaries because we feel like we have to always be strong, take whatever he gives so that I can just win the prize? Because I think marriage has been set to us as a prize, as black women, especially African women.
What you said about marriage being seen as an achievement is probably where part of the problem starts, because we have that like drummed into us. So sometimes I think as women, especially black women, especially African women, if you really want to narrow it down, we kind of have like this tunnel vision, like you have to be married, especially by age. Like we do everything according to this weird thing with age, and you feel like you've got to have done this, you've got to have children at this time, and the pressure never stops. So I think that we never actually stop to take the time out to think about what we want, because we have so many outside voices. And I think that, like, you know, now we're learning boundaries. We're realizing that actually this doesn't make me happy. This doesn't serve me anymore. And I think it really does play into that strong woman trope, strong black woman trope. And actually we see it in the show with Ty, where she's ill and she doesn't speak up because, you know, she's supposed to just be strong and endure. And then the doctor comes along and tells her, oh, you will take it. So these things are being like passed down to us consistently. And I love that we're in a place now where we're unlearning it, because we're speaking about things more. And I feel like the more we speak about things, the more we can like break down these stereotypes. Because child, I'm not strong, you know. Like, I'm actually very weak and meek, and I need all the help and all the assistance I can get.
But like, even when I'm saying God forbid, it's so African. You can be weak and vulnerable.
I'm weak, and I think, you know, in the nicest way. And I think that, like, you know, with boundaries, like, we're even too scared to accept help sometimes. Like, as women, we feel like we can do everything, we can take everything on, and it's okay to delegate. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to like be like, you know what, I haven't got this today. But again, I just think that everything is about talking.
Yeah.
Like, the more we talk about it and we share our problems, the more we can break these things down. But I think the two are absolutely interlinked, like, without a question.
The relationship that you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship that you have, and the more highly you esteem yourself, the less you will accept from like another person or having to get that bare minimum. Setting those boundaries, although it's awkward and really weird in the beginning, in the long run, it will pay off. Like, you will get that payback, do you know what I mean, for setting those boundaries and showing yourself, I love me. Oh, you don't love me the way I need you to? Okay, bye. And you're kind of okay with it. It's not comfortable, it's very weird, but you just sort of accept it as it is what it is. I love all the friends that I don't speak to anymore. I wish them all the best, but we'll just never be friends again. Do you know? And I'm okay with that.
Anybody else in the audience?
Hey, I'm Nala Latte. Hey. A lot of my exes or even friendships, I've made good friends with the parents or the brother or even the friend, you know. You know, life can be hard, especially as a melanated person. And especially when it comes to a parent or someone that, you know, builds such a strong, helpful relationship, it can be hard to then see, okay, we're no longer friends or in a you know, sexual relationship anymore. How do I do this? Do I carry on being friends? Do I shun them away? Do I allow my friend who now speaks to my ex to carry on that relationship because I know that they had a really strong, you know, connection in terms of support?
I guess in a severe situation where abuse has occurred, then we're cutting that off completely. But in general, I think that for everyone to have healthy boundaries, if I was friends with my ex's family, friends, and whatever else, I think it would be really healthy to sort of just dial it down on those relationships. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's... Everyone needs to heal from however this relationship ended, whether it was, you know, we just broke up because you wanted to go here and I wanted to go there. But I think we should slowly turn it off. And as someone who really appreciates family and has had a connection with my ex's families, I miss them, but it doesn't help to facilitate growth or any kind of thing like that when you're still hanging on to something that isn't anymore. And as much as those parental relationships are really important to me, this isn't the one anymore. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that love and that maternal stuff that you need might have to go find it elsewhere.
Ooh, I feel like that segment really, really opened me up. It was like, you know, it was quite heavy, but necessary. Studio audience, amazing questions as per. But I think we should inject some fun back into this thing. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
You ready?
Love it.
Okay, so it's my turn to give you guys the questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
You gonna be honest?
Yeah, try to be.
First question. Never have I ever spoken to a friend's ex behind their back. Before we get any sort of responses, I'm gonna need you to drink.
Behind their back?
Behind their back. Never have I ever spoken to a friend's ex behind their back.
I have, but I've got a story.
All right, go on.
I have as well, and it's not
legit.
like that though.
Okay, so basically, I spoke to my friend's ex because they broke up and it was actually quite an ugly breakup.
Yeah.
And she was like, no one's allowed to speak to him ever. And then awkwardly, I saw him at a dinner. And my place card was next to his.
Okay.
So he spoke to me and I said hi, and that was it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't like speaking like that.
Yeah, no, that's
But then
fine.
they ended up getting back together, and I told her, and I was like, see, imagine if I was rude to him, and you guys got back together?
I feel like my story's kind of the same. Like, my friend and her partner broke up, but I was already cool with the partner before they was together. And I wasn't exactly talking behind their back, but I feel like I've always felt guilty that we still have some type of friendship, because it's like, I know you done my friend dating, my friend really don't like you, but we were all friends. We all kind of grew up together. I just feel like, yeah, that's really it, but still loyalty with my girl though.
All right, next question. Never have I ever kept in touch with an ex's family or friends. Yeah?
I've lived, you know.
No, but guys, all my co-hosts are toxic. What is going on? What is going on?
No, I don't think it counts. I got a job at an ex-boyfriend's family restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's not staying in contact with them?
Yeah. After,
yeah. I got a job there at the family restaurant.
I would have made them fire you.
Is that keeping in contact?
Yeah, but I don't feel like that was like malicious. Like,
it was. I was.
Oh wait, you did it maliciously?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that changes everything.
Oh. I wanted to get him back, and I wanted to pop up like, hey. But should I drink for that?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay, cool.
You drank. What's the story?
I just kept in contact with one of my exes, not even on purpose. They're his mum and his sister. We still get along till today. It's so crazy. And it's like, this is ages ago. This is what it is, isn't it? I feel like we broke up, but he was really good to me, and so is his family. So I just didn't want to let them go.
Yeah.
Do you think you have to let go of that relationship when they meet someone new?
If you're still interested in the guy, then yeah, you do need to fall back. But if it's just like we're platonic, like I'm cool with mum, I'm cool with the sister. Like,
but I'm not going to be going out to chop it up with your sister and that when you got a new
you
girlfriend.
You can still keep it cool with them. You can still keep it cool with them.
When I see you at Iceland or something, not like, not just like catch you at Tesco, hey babe, like I'm not going out with you.
All right, Kaz, what's your story? You drank?
Yeah, just mutuals.
That's just Kaz, what is your story? Because what is that smile?
There's definitely a story.
There's a story there.
Do you know what? Some stories I'll really incriminate myself, and it's actually not worth the stress, but mutuals.
I love that.
Okay, this is a really juicy one. I need you guys to be honest with me. Never have I ever encouraged a friend to break up with their partner.
Give me all of those drinks.
Okay.
Wait, can I get
some of my friends have been in some messy situations.
Okay, I need you all to tell me your stories. What's going on?
I tell my friends to leave them man all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm like the proper honest friend. Like, let me tell you something, yeah? Don't come to me until you know that you guys are finished.
Yeah.
The way I'm gonna put him in the dirt, it's long. If you don't get back together, one, he's either not gonna like me or you're not gonna like me. That's it.
No, you have to. So I'm just brutal. I'm able to say to this. Are you settling for this guy? This is the guy that you're settling for. After all that you've been through, this is what you're settling for. Wow.
Innit?
Okay, that's your choice. This is your life. Do what you want to do. But when it falls apart, don't call my friend. Don't call me again. I'm not here for it.
I used to be that person that was always eggs up in people's business. Yeah. However, I've got a new rule. Yeah. I don't give people over the age of 30 advice.
Oh.
I don't. However, if you come to me and ask me for my opinion, I'll give it to you. But I don't give unsolicited advice because I've got my own problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't be taking on everyone else's problems.
Boundaries.
Boundaries, exactly. That's a boundary because we all know when we're doing wrong. We know it. You don't need someone else to tell you, especially at your grown age.
Yeah, come
on. I don't give people advice.
Okay.
So I think it's safe to say we've had a really, really good time today. Audience, do you agree? Yeah! So before we sign out, let's welcome to the stage Madison Paris.
Hello. Hi everyone. So my name is Madison Paris. Thank you for having me, girls. And I'm going to be singing a song from my EP. It's called Noughts and Crosses.
Yeah.
Running round in circles, running round in circles. I've been chasing you for time. I know I shouldn't say so much, but you got me in a cycle. Hand up to the Bible, cross my heart, no I don't lie. Even though I should sometimes, yeah. Take me on a ride, limbo. how we go from high to low, head up in the clouds. I know, only way is down. I know, will I ever learn? I'll try. Tell myself I won't reply. I should let you go. Still sometimes I wonder if wonder if I cross your mind. Cause you've been running rings round mine. Do you ever think about us? Do you share my emotion? Am I a fool to keep waiting? Yeah. Do you ever wonder what if? Cause you got issues and I do too. I can't fix you, I got shit to do. Limbo, how we go from high to low, head up in the clouds. I know, only way is down. I know, will I ever learn? I'll try. Tell myself I won't reply. I should let you go. Still sometimes I wonder if wonder if I cross your mind. Cause you've been running rings round mine. Thank you.
Oh my God. That was so sensual. I was literally like drooling. Just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for watching the show. I've been your host, Audrey.
Wumi.
Kaz.
Queen Mojo.
Miss Banks.
It's been Talk That Talk. Just want to say a massive thank you to our studio audience. Madison Paris. Make sure you check out Harlem on Prime Video.
Don't forget to like,
Comment.
Subscribe.
And share.
And we will see you next time.
I know some of the prettiest girls that's
done it.
That's dabbled in some groceries.
Gotta eat the booty like groceries.
pretty girl at the party.
Mira. That's her name, but yeah. I was waiting for the right time to tell you.
Before you kissed me would have been great.
Well, you kissed me.
Really? You're looking for a technicality? Okay, fine, yeah, I leaned in first, but you didn't pull away. And only one of us knew about the engagement.
Yes, it was a mistake.
You think?
Look, man, I feel bad about this.
I feel like an idiot. No, please don't.